Hello everyone, welcome back to Road Reg, and on today's video we are going to be taking my M140i for a B-road blast, and I'm going to answer a simple question. Does this car still make me smile? Do I still enjoy it? So let's waste no more time, put the car in sport mode and crack on with the journey. And there it is, guys, my 2018 BMW M140i Shadow Edition with 3 doors. 3-litre straight 6 turbocharged engine up front, mated to an 8-speed automatic gearbox, sending power to the rear wheels. And that's exactly what makes this car so unique. There it is, guys, the heart of the beast, the B58. I love the way they have shoehorned this engine into this 1 Series chassis. I mean, look at it in there. It's absolutely jam-packed. But despite that, the engine still sits just slightly behind the front axle, so you get that, I wouldn't say perfect in this case, but almost perfect 50-50 weight distribution, which is BMW's signature thing. You know, that's what gives them that really well balanced feel. And this car is no exception. So I love doing long journeys in this car. It just laps the miles up. So recently, for my 30th birthday, me and the guys went to Manchester. There was me and 3 other passengers in the car. It was a 7-hour drive, and let me tell you, I could have kept going after that. It was so smooth, and because of the torque of that engine, if you've got passengers in your car, you can just pull them along nicely, and if you need to kick down or overtake someone, you've got the power there, and you just don't need to worry about lugging that engine because it's got diesel-like torque, guys. 500 Newton meters is crazy. Right, guys, now to the fun bit. I am going to do a bit of a hill challenge to demonstrate how much torque this B58 has, because honestly, it's absurd. So what we're going to do is we are going to lock it in 6th gear, and then basically from a slow speed get up to the speed limit up a very, very steep hill. Now, the way to lock in the gearbox on the M140i so it doesn't kick down or change for you is simple. You put the gearbox into sport mode, and then you just change gear once. Once you change that gear, this car is locked in manual mode. So I'm going to do that now. There's no one behind me. I'm going to start from 20 miles an hour. If it will allow me to do 6th gear, yeah, it is actually allowing me to do that. That's crazy. So right now we are traveling at 30 miles an hour, and the car is revving at 1000 RPM. Okay, so we are approaching this hill. Now, this is a very, very steep hill, guys, so yeah, bear with me. Okay, 20 miles an hour, 1000 revs. Here we go. There's the turbo. And there it is. We're up to the speed limit. I did back off a little bit because I felt the turbos kick in. I say turbos, the turbo kicking in. And I just wanted to be safe because obviously we've got cars coming the other way. But yeah, there it is. No dramas whatsoever. And I now have an M2 behind me. 40i. When you start pushing this car, let me tell you, it is fast and it feels good. It feels balanced and lovely to drive. You don't have to be going warp speed 9 to enjoy this car. Even at a medium pace, the car feels lovely and balanced. It feels like it's wrapped around you, and that is because of BMW's 50-50 weight distribution. Now, I do want to talk a little bit about the interior because I do think it's starting to look a little bit dated. Now, the M140i is an F-Series car, and it was right at the end of the life cycle before we went to G-Series. Now, we did have the F40, but that interior was very, very different to the M140i. The whole platform is different. If we use the M240i, the G-Series version, as a reference, the interior is night and day. It is very, very different and much more modern and future-proof. With all that said, I would like to do some upgrades to this interior. So watch this space, guys. See, look at that. That was awesome. I have to say, guys, I'm really enjoying driving my M140i today on this awesome B road. Now, it's pretty cold outside, the roads are a little bit greasy and slippery, so I'm being very careful. But that's okay, you know, the M140i with the limited slip diff is handling it really nice, especially with the Pilot Sport 5 tyres. For me, that is the perfect combo for this car, because at the end of the day, it isn't a four-wheel drive car, and it's going to struggle for traction on days like today. So why not give it the best tyre you can? If I ever see any of you driving an M140i with a ditch finder, I will give you a virtual slap on the wrist, because look at that, just the way it went around that corner, just no drama, it loves it. But yes, if I ever see you guys with ditch finders on your 140, I won't be impressed. But I know that you guys watching who do drive M140is are running good tyres, because like I said, this car, it demands a good tyre, and it kind of defines how controllable this car is, especially on a day like today. In the summer months, you know, you can get away with a more summer biased tyre. You can even get away with a Cup 2 tyre if you really want to. But when it comes to winter, the Pilot Sport 5 is the best overall tyre for this car, and it just makes the experience that much better. So do I think you should buy an M140i in 2024? Is it still good? Well, the answer is yes. It is a fantastic car, and you should definitely go ahead and buy one if you're looking for one, especially now because the prices are rock bottom. Alright guys, thank you for joining me on today's video and B-Road Blast. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope I've helped you make up your mind whether you want to buy this M140i. But really, this was just a video just to sort of do a little recap on my passion for this car. Is it still there? Am I bored with it? And no, I'm not. I love this car. It doesn't cost me much to run it, you know. Why get rid of it now? You know, I want to enjoy this car for a little bit longer. And if you want to get an M140i, now is the best time to do so, because car prices are at rock bottom. And honestly guys, for about 16 grand upwards, you can get yourself a decent spec mid-mileage M140i with that glorious straight six up front, sending power to the back, and that is a rare thing these days. And if you're someone who hasn't had a BMW before but kind of wants to try wheel drive and experience that straight six engine, then I would highly recommend getting in one of these cars, because even if you don't keep it for long, it's just a nice experience, you know. And I would do the same potentially in the future with other cars, like, you know, the Golfs, and you know, there's loads of cars out there that I would like to own and drive, and even if it is just for a short period of time. But I'm slightly attached to this car, and I've invested a lot of money into it, so I kind of need it to see me through for a few more years before I change it. But anyway, that's it. That's the end of the video. Thank you again. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.